Yes. Yesterday was dinosaurs, so today is mythology, because my kid's been into that for about a year. So if you have any favorite mythology books, I would love to hear them, and I have a good selection to share with you right here. The one that got her started was Dolaire's Norse Gods and Giants. The Dolaires are this husband-wife team who illustrate these books of mythology. They're absolutely phenomenal. My old friend, the Thespian Pirate, turned me on to these because she grew up with them, and they're just glorious. It's just the right amount of tales. It's a lot of text for a kid, but they can get through it. I would suggest starting with the Norse tales because the Norse are honorable and there are consequences to your actions, and it's a little bloody, but it's good moral lessons. They also have a Greek myths, but as we all know, the Greek gods are bastards, and the worst thing could happen to you is a Greek god or goddess taking interest in you. So the Dolaires are a great place to start. And then as kids get a little older, I found this in old bookstore a long time ago. Mythology by Edith Hamilton. This is wonderful because she is a scholar, and she also tells you where the sources of these stories are. Because you forget that sometimes there's multiple versions of these, but we just read, the first one we read was Cupid and Psyche, and there's only one version of that from a 2nd century Roman writer. Even though it became the great mystical union love tale of all time, there's only one version of it. So she goes through and has these really clear, nice translations, and also where they come from and the backgrounds. This is a great one as you get a little bit deeper into it. There's also a Introduction to Greek Mythology for Kids. This is a nice little book. And the thing that actually sparked her interest, which is fascinating, in the last weeks has been this mythic tarot. So I got this years ago when I had more money than sense. It is not an amazing tarot. I don't feel like it deepens my knowledge of tarot very much, but she started looking at the cards and then looking through the book that has all the pictures of the cards, and it's actually a great look at the history of Greek mythology. And the major arcana is pretty cool, and then each of the suit cards is its own story. So that's why we read Cupid and Psyche, is because that is the water cards. Those 10 cards are the entire story, which is an interesting way to do it. So we might even hang these cards on the wall. My wife isn't as into hanging stuff on the wall as I am, but if I put the idea in the kid's head and she insists, maybe I'll get away with it. The last thing I will say about kids stuff, Gods and Heroes is an encyclopedia of mythology by Matthew Reinhardt and Robert Sabuda. It's a great pop-up book. It's really wonderful. I had it on the wall for years in my couch surfing house. But if you see anything by Robert Sabuda, get it. He is the master of pop-up books. There's Peter Pan. There's all kinds of beautiful stuff out there by him. So there's some mythology books that I know for kids. Let me know if you have any too.